Hi guys, Tungsten here. So today we're going to look at this blaster from Valkyrie. Right, so this is the Valkyrie G01. Right, so let's take a look at what's inside. So we have the instruction. Right, the packaging is actually not too bad. Okay, it's the foam is pretty good. Right, so okay, I think they gave me an extra spring, a stronger spring over here. Then we have two barrel. I am not too sure why, because this one, the internal, also have another barrel, but this probably is the one that goes with it, so we'll probably fix that in. Now this is the sight. This is probably something that I don't think we'll be using. Okay, it's basically pretty simple stuff and not very well made, so this will probably won't be using this. I'll be using my own. Right, so the magazine itself over here. Okay, so it's an angle mag. Okay, so later on we'll take a look at whether is it compatible, but immediately at first glance I know there's some difference over here. Okay, you can see that the catch is here, workers one doesn't have. Right, so immediately most likely you cannot kind of use, but let's take a closer look later on. Okay, so I have two magazines over here. Okay, I'm gonna take out one. Then it does have a grip, and it does comes with the so-called the accessories. So I don't think you need your own screwdriver or something like that. Most likely not. Okay, then let's just open up and take a look. Right. Okay. Yeah, it does have quite a fair bit of accessories. Okay, this grip is a bit too small. Okay, you can see it's pretty small. Okay, over here it doesn't even reach. Okay. Again, not exactly the most well-made grip. Again, probably I'll be using my own, or design something to replace, but that's okay. Let's take a look at the darts. Oh, they do come with different types of darts. This looks like the AF dart, right? Is it called AF dart? I'm not too sure. So it does come with quite a fair bit of darts. Okay, interesting. This is the bamboo, kind of the bamboo darts. Okay, but most likely because I don't have a fair amount of this style of darts, so later on for the FPS probably I'll use the worker darts instead. Yep, so I'm just gonna keep all the darts. Don't think I'll be using them. Okay, and then of course the blaster itself. Okay, so later on we'll take a look. It does have quite a fair bit of weight to it, right? So later on we'll take a closer look. Okay, it feels better than I expected it to be. Yeah, the plastic seems to be holding up. Okay, so this is like a kind of like a two-piece shell. There's another version of this by Sun Bai Long. Okay, that is like something similar to the 3D printed version, whereby you have multiple chunks and then join them up. But later we'll take a look. So we do have an extra spring that they gave me, I think. So again, later on we'll see how we can change the spring. This is probably the stronger one, but we do want to check out the FPS of the original one, and we'll take a closer look. Right. Alright, so I've got everything out of the box. So fix this two up. Yeah, so it's not very useful. Probably again I will just remove it later on. Yeah, so so again they gave two kind of barrel. Now the barrel itself, okay, if we were to take a measurement, the diameter is actually 19, right, and the internal is about 13, right? So that means this itself you cannot just fit the so-called the scar barrel or any sort of like attachment kind of the default one that we use, so it doesn't really goes in well. So I thought maybe this is the one. They gave it to you such that you can fit this guy over here, but it turns out again it is not the correct diameter as well. So I really do not know what is this second one for. It's about 17 16.9 kind of, so I'm not too sure. Yeah, so first thing, okay, you have to put this barrel all the way in. So you can see over here the front part. Now this piece is only secured by one screw, okay, which is here. Okay, so this thing actually moves, but if you put in the barrel, then it should be fine. And then you're supposed to lock it with this kind of two screw over here. Okay, a little bit strange, but nevertheless, yeah, we will do that. Again, like I said, this doesn't fit any of the scar. So what happened is actually I already bought a kind of a kit whereby you can use to swap out the barrel itself, and then this will actually fit the scar, okay, if necessary. Right, and then of course it comes with this part over here such that it can fit nicely into the blast itself, but I will leave it for the next video itself. So first, okay, we will fit the barrel in. So you do have to kind of align it properly, because like I say, the piece on top actually kind of move around. Okay, make sure you go all the way in, and then push further in all the way, right? And then you secure with these two screws over here, right? Okay, so next, the magazine itself, I'll put this upgrade spring aside first. Right, so it's an angle mag. Okay, put it in. Now the design of the Valkyrie itself, by right, this is the magazine release, but in this case, for this particular brand, G01, okay, this one, okay, this doesn't do anything, it doesn't operate or anything. Okay, and the magazine release is actually on the left side, and pressing it will release the magazine itself. Okay, so it's not even on the right side. So I'm right-hander, so now you cannot reach here, so you do have to use your left hand if you're right-handed, and then do this. So now I can feel the left-hander the inconvenience of this part. So no choice, you have to go this way. Yeah, I'll press down, it does gravity drop a little bit. Yeah, okay, but this is the magazine release. Now for the worker mag, can you slot it in? Okay, the answer is no, and it's not because that it's too small or anything. I don't think so, because I checked the dimension, it's more or less the same. The kind of the part whereby it's not able to go through is actually this part over here, I believe. Okay, this small gap over here. If you foul it, okay, at the side I can see, okay, there is going and then narrow down. So if you actually foul it, I think you can actually fit a telemet. However, I'm not going to do so. Why? Because the catch, so-called the mag release, is here, right? So in fact, you can see that this is the place it catches. So for the telemet itself, we know the catch is on the opposite side. So even if you foul it down, you can squeeze in the telemet. You still need to modify the telemet such that there's a gap here. So probably not going to do anything, and in fact they do sell the magazine separately. I think it's $5 SGD, so it's not too bad. It's a little bit translucent, as you can see. So yeah, I guess it's fine. Okay, should be able to buy a few. Okay, if you really want to, it's just $5 per piece. Okay, so that's that. Right, so let's look at the stock itself. Okay, so you have a kind of a button over here where I can press, but when it collapses all the way down, it doesn't really catch. So it actually moves, it still can move, and then until the first one, you can see, then it will lock it here. And so this is a first position. So there is like a 2 and I think 3 position in total, which is more than enough, I'll say. I'll probably maybe the first or the second. Okay, I think the first one is fine. Right, so the stock itself, not exactly the most comfortable stock. Okay, it does move a little bit. I'm not too sure why they chose this screw. The rest are all using the the provided one, okay, to use it. But this somehow is the cross head kind of screwdriver, right? And it's a bit wobbly, so this is something that can improve, right? Most likely I can design something to make it more comfortable over here to shoulder, because this is really quite uncomfortable, right? Okay, so yeah, so in terms of priming, so you just prime. I haven't locked it yet, so maybe I'll lock it, then I'll prime. All right, I have kind of secure it. And one advice: do not use the one that they supply. Okay, and the screw is not of very high quality. You might even strip it. Okay, so do use your own kind of okay screwdriver that you have. All right. Okay, for the foregrip itself, I place it right all the way to the front. Why? Because if you put it at the back, chances are you might hit this portion. So I think, yeah, probably to the front will be good. Now, one interesting thing is if you did not push the so-called priming bar all the way to the front, you actually cannot trigger. Okay, cannot. Right? So you have to push. You still cannot. Okay, okay until this portion. When it's all the way to the front, then you can. So again, you can't pull the trigger. That's, I think, is pretty good. Okay, I've not seen this mechanism before. Okay, this will prevent you from okay, not will prevent you from your feeding kind of issue. So you have to push all the way to the front. Okay, then you kind of let me just stick my finger in. Okay, so you can see mine is not a perfect seal, but it's I think it's pretty decent, right? Okay, so I think that's one good thing I like. Okay, you expect that. Okay, so again, you must all the way to the front. Okay, then you can fire off. Okay, that's good. There's no return spring, so you do have to push all the way. So I think that's a good feature. All right. So again, this is a bit small. Okay, so probably have to upgrade it. Right. Okay, so more or less that is about this. Alright, so now I've dismantled this blaster. Basically, first you just slot this butt stock out. Okay, it's pretty easy. You just press the button and just slot it out. And then for the back, there is 3 screws over here. 1, 2, 3. Now I have to say that you do have to be careful when you're trying to remove this for the first time. Okay, this is a M4 screw. This thing is not a very good quality screw. It's going to be easy to strip, and of course it's pretty short. Alright, so the first thing that I will say, upgrade it to a better screw that you can find is M4. Then it should be able to thread in here, no problem. So there are 3 metal rods that goes through the entire blaster, I believe. That's why it does have some weight to it, which is pretty good. Right, so let's take a look at the okay, so that's how you saw the FPS is based on this stock spring itself. Okay, I think it's about I'll say that it's supposed to be 1.6, I guess. A 1.6 spring over here. The length of the spring, let's see. All right, okay, it's about 20. I'll say it's about 20. Right. Okay, diameter, might as well, right? Okay, diameter is about 24, kind of 24. Yeah, so this is the spring that they gave me. So just now is a 1.6, so this is a, I suppose it's going to be a 1.8, right? 1.8. Yep, same deal as about 24, and the length is probably the same, right? Okay, so we're gonna swap it out. So again, my first advice is to basically get rid of this stock kind of screw. It's not very good quality. You strip, and yeah, so replace it with something longer and better. Okay, where's my third one? Here. Right, so I am going to try to put it back. I'm going to try to apply this silicone oil, okay, rather than the gel itself, rather than this. I used to use this, right, but I heard that this is pretty good also, so I'm just going to try something new and see what's the FPS like for the newer spring. So I'm going to put everything back and let's go for another FPS. Alright, so we have seen the changing of the spring and the new FPS. So there is a good improvement of the FPS just by swapping out the spring. So we can see that now. Okay, it is not exactly a perfect seal as of now. So I'll say that there is great room for improvement. Okay, once you make it a better seal, I think the improvement will further increase. And of course, we can change the barrel. Now the thing that I really do not like is the magazine release over here, but I guess it is what it is, right? Okay, you just have to live with it. Yeah, and other than that, the barrel can be easily swapped. I already have the barrel, so I can do that. And the priming, this is a 1.8, okay, spring now, so the priming is still manageable. Okay, it's not that difficult. So yeah, so I think you can further upgrade the spring. Okay, I do have stronger spring, so I'll test it out in the future as well. Another good feature that I like is if you did not prime it all the way front, okay, the trigger is actually locked, and this will prevent you from having a malfunction of the feeding of the darts. So you do have to push all the way. Even if here you still can't press, you really have to go all the way to the front, okay, more or less, and okay, then you can fire off. One thing I really dislike is the screw. Okay, it is not very good quality, and in fact my first advice is to really swap up the 3 screw at the back that secures the back. It is not just short, it is really easy to strip the kind of the hole over there. Okay, so I might want to look at whether can I replace all the screw as well. There are quite a number of them, unfortunately, but yeah, that's something that I'll probably look into. But other than that, this is it is what it is. It is a injection molded Valkyrie. They modify it such that it's a 2-piece shell, which is surprisingly nice. Initially I thought it will not be it actually feels quite solid on hand. Actually, this is a metal piece, so quite good. Stock need to be improved. Okay, over here. Okay, just this piece itself. Other than that, this will definitely swap out. Okay, the rails are okay. It's 3 segment over here. Other than that, okay, that's more or less about it. Okay, there is a red and a gray version, I believe. Okay, if I'm not wrong, they told me that the red one is actually it's actually spray on, right? It's not the plastic color, so it's actually a paint on. Yeah, but it does looks good. Okay, yeah, so that's about it. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Tungsten. Thanks for watching. Bye.